What's up, guys? Wanted to talk to y'all super fast about a few things I do to my frog as soon as I pull them out of a pack and want to start fishing with them. So before I tie any frog on, one thing I like to do that everyone does is trim the legs a little bit. How I like to do it is cut about 1 inch off there and don't make a mess, which I just did. So I cut about 1 inch off both sides, cut them about even, and then I take another 1/2 inch roughly off one side, doesn't matter which side. And what that will do, with one side having more material on it, it'll keep that, it'll actually make that frog tend to drift to one side when it's sitting still and initiate that walking action for you. It just makes it a little bit easier to work, I found. Another cool thing that I like to do to my frogs to help extend the life of the frog itself is to take a piece of braid, and you can just use the braid you're about to tie it on with. And I like to tie a piece right around the nose of your frog. The reason why I do that is that link that you tie your line to goes inside the frog and attaches to the hook. And when a fish has that bait clamped down and you go to set the hook, it'll actually slide that frog material down, and that link that's inside there will actually rip the nose of your frog after a few fish. Not a few fish, after many fish. These Spro frogs are actually really tough. It's one of the best ones I've ever found to, as far as holding up against multiple fish. But this trick just helps extend the life of your frog and maybe allow you to catch a few more fish on it. So show you how I do that really quick. Just take that piece of braid right there, 65, 50-pound braid, whatever you have on your frog rod, doesn't matter. Is take 2 or 3 wraps right around the nose, just like that. And then I tie 2 overhand knots in it. You don't have to cinch them down too hard, because you can actually do damage to your frog that way too. But just kind of snug them down, 2 overhand knots. Just like that. Snug it up a hair so it doesn't slip off. And then just trim those tag ends pretty snug. And then I take a little piece, a little drop of super glue, and put it right over that knot and kind of smooth it down. Just like that. And while that's drying, I will also take a pair of pliers and just barely tweak out these frog hooks. This hook inside this frog, on this Spro frog specifically, fit the body really well. But I just like to tweak those hooks out a little bit. I'm not necessarily worried about the weedlessness of the frog. I'd rather pick up a few weeds and get a few more hookups. So I just tweak those hooks out just a little bit around the body, and that frog is ready to go fish. Hope y'all enjoyed this tip, and hope it helps y'all catch a few more fish and keep that frog on your rod a little bit longer. Thanks.